you know you're in a game. Anytime we play a game, we're going to prepare for that team. We're going to try to beat them, and we're going to play as hard as we can, and that's all we can do.
Hi, I'm Todd Steinwand. Coach, good to see you. This was your first coaching job right after you got out of college in the fall of 1976. You came to Ellendale, North Dakota. And to say that your coaching career got off to a slow start would be a vast understatement. We started the year 0-7, and then we got to play Edgeley the last game of the year, and they were also 0-7, and the game that was affectionately known as the Toilet Bowl. We lost.
Oh, no.
So, Coach, obviously it wasn't your coaching that was the issue, because after that first year in Ellendale, you went back to your hometown in New England, where you had lots of success and had a very, very good career, including several state championships. So, Coach, happy birthday. I'm glad we've been able to stay in touch over the years, and happy 70th, and I'm sure I'll see you around the Capitol.
Hello, everyone. Amber, what a great idea to put this together. When I found out about it, I almost knew instantly what I was going to write about, what story I was going to tell. So without further ado, here we go. Coach Mike Schatz, and an ode to my butt. I used to have a nice butt. Nice butts ran in the Strebel family. My brother's nickname in high school was Buns, or Bunsy. But more on this later. The day started like any other late summer, early fall day, class until 3:15. Down to the locker room, some joking around, horseplay, whatnot. Pads on, out to the practice field. And it was a gorgeous day. I remember that. It was sunny, not much of a breeze. Who knew what fury would await us? For some reason, still, unbeknownst to me to this day, Coach thought that I should be a tight end. I suppose it was because I fit the prototypical requirements, 5'7" and 175 pounds. Well, I tried my best. I'd been trying my best for about a week, and had the bruises and scabs to prove it. One especially large scab was on my right elbow. Not only because I was trying, but because also our practice field was basically made up of scoria, cactus, and a few patches of grass. On this day, Coach decided we would scrimmage, and I'm like, yes, I love to scrimmage, love to mix it up. Oh crap. Ryan Roller is lined up opposite of me. This guy is made up of essentially gristle and twisted metal. Set, hut, boom. My face is in the dirt faster than you can say, just don't screw up in front of Coach. I get up from the ground, and I look like the kid from the Peanuts cartoon that has the dust that follows him around, drags the blanket, Dusty. I'm a mess. And I look back to our quarterback, and there's Jason Gullickson laid out flat on the field. And this heaving mass of humanity, Ryan Roller, is standing over him, And I thought to myself, I still remembered the word that entered into my head that day. Shit. I proceeded to feel something wet on my elbow. I looked down, and the scab had torn off. And being the dramatic teen that I was, I'm pretty sure I'm hemorrhaging. I'm gonna bleed out on the field. Maybe my blood could grow a little nice patch of grass. So we huddle up. I've got blood dripping off my pinky finger, and here comes Coach Schatz. He's concerned. Puts his right hand on my left shoulder pad. Says, "What's the matter, Bob? Did you hurt your elbow?" And that was it. Happy feelings gone. Coach then proceeded to go straight into Guns of the Navarone mode. When I tell you to block Ryan Roller, you block Ryan Roller. And I don't recall much after that. I just kind of went numb. My brain went numb. It was probably because I was bleeding out. I had low hemoglobin. But after I got chewed out, I realized my pants didn't fit right. My practice pants didn't fit right. And I felt back behind me and realized that I had just had half of my ass chewed off by Coach Mike Schatz. And my pants have never fit right the same. God bless you guys. It's great. Thanks for doing this. Take care, Coach.
Happy birthday, Coach Schatz. When Amber approached us about sharing one memory that we have of you, I decided that after about 5 days of thoughtful consideration, that there's no way to wrap it into one memory. I do know this, that I'm coaching football and I'm a social studies teacher, and I hope that I've embodied the love I have for my family, like you do, the passion I have for the kids who participate in sports, and the just joy of life that I see in you every time I get a chance to see you. So happy birthday, and thank you for being a great role model in everything you did. The commitment and continuity over time of love, passion, and energy are awesome. Happy birthday.
Hey, Coach Schatz. Jay Sheldon just wanted to send a quick message saying happy birthday and thank you. Thank you not only to you, but to the entire Schatz family, from going to prom with Sarah to dyeing my hair blonde with Nate, Coach and Josh. Thanks for Ember for putting this together, teaching with Patty, and playing for and coaching with you. Have a lot of great memories of all of you, but in particular, I wanted to touch on a few today, just some stories that really stick with me. I'm going to talk about a couple things that are beyond the winning, because the winning was awesome. Championships were great, but number one, I remember running Ratmo 36 option the first play of every game. And for me, the first game that I played as a starter, sophomore year, 1994, we ran that play in Linton and scored a touchdown, opening play of the game. So that's a fantastic memory I have. I remember you being really upset prior to the Grenora game because somebody left their scouting report in the gym and they got their hands on that. Really crappy weather day that day, and unfortunately we didn't get that victory, but that's the way that one went. And then I also remember one time, I don't remember what year for sure this was, junior or senior year, I went to hand the ball off to Coley Burkhartsmeyer, and we had a bad exchange, and the ball rolled onto the ground. Coley ended up kicking it right through the line of scrimmage to the other team. He got to stay on the field and play defense. I did not, so I got to come over and to a very upset Coach Schatz. And he asked me what happened, and I blamed it on Coley because he didn't take the ball from me. And as I said that, you didn't like that answer. And you grabbed me by the face mask and you pulled me back and you told me it was my responsibility to take care of the ball until the running back took it from me. And I learned a very valuable lesson that day. Don't make excuses, don't blame anyone else, own the mistakes, and move on. So with that, Coach, just happy birthday. We'll hopefully see you again next winter when session comes around, because I love running into you at the Capitol and reminiscing about old times. Take care, Coach.
Hey, Coach. Happy 70th birthday. Hope it's a good one for you. I just want to thank you for all 4 years of playing for you. I wouldn't have wanted to play for anybody else. And if I could do it all over again, I'd select you as my coach. You always knew how to get my attention and light a fire under me when I would slack off. And I remember one time, I think it was my senior year, and I was slacking off or whatever, and you got my attention by putting my brother in practice, who was a freshman, as a kick returner and not me. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it now. But I appreciate that. You've taught me many life lessons, and And man, we won a lot of football games, and that's what it all comes down to, is winning football games and winning a state title, and that was always my dream. Happy birthday, Coach.
Hey Coach, happy birthday. Hope you have an absolutely wonderful celebration today, for sure. Thank you for all the great and wonderful memories that I have through high school, playing football, and in class as well. Had a lot of fun there. And you know, to name a specific time, I think is very hard. We had a lot of great times in playing in the state championship.
Hey, thanks for the warning, Dana, by the way. And that's what it's all about.
They obviously stick out and are very fond memories, and something I'm very fortunate to have been part of. And you know, I think along the way, though, that some of the other funnier stories that kind of jump to mind are the little runs that we got to do after practice down that dirt road, full pads. That was a character builder for sure. And the slip and slide day. Everyone loved the slip and slide day. Don't know where you found those popsicles at, but they were absolutely wonderful. And the other thing, I don't know if I've ever had a chance to thank you, but I wanted to make sure that I got a chance to thank you very much for assuring that there was a bucket or pail on the sideline for our championship game. I think it was my junior year. I know I had a little bit of a mishap during the semifinal game, but we made sure that we were covered for the championship game. And I still, to this day, I laugh whenever I think on that story itself. But again, you know, I want to thank you for helping me and my teammates understand what hard work does, how it pays off, and you know, having the confidence to go into anything. That has carried me in many good directions throughout my life, and I do want to thank you truly for that. And again, Coach, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day and have a great celebration. And this ain't no party, and this ain't no disco, and this ain't no fooling around. Go Tigers.
So when my little sister asked me to list one of my favorite memories about my dad, the Honorable Coach Mike Schatz, the first memory that popped into, I'm going to tell the first memory that popped into my head. It was during the state championship game my senior year, and the score was only the first drive we put together was, we marched right down the field, scored a touchdown, but then the rest of the game was like 9-7 for like the whole game. And then in the fourth quarter, about halfway through the fourth quarter, my dad called the timeout, and I came over to him and he asked me, what do you want to run? And I was like, well, we haven't run a trap pass in a while. And he's like, Rapmo 35 trap pass. New England Regent Tiger football. So Rapmo 35 trap pass. Said, hey, hey. Fake to Jared Reindell. Fake to Justin Young. Roll out. Oh, beat Erickson. Oh, 35-yard touchdown pass. Beat Erickson. We go up. And the funny part about that memory about my dad being coach is it was actually me that called that play. But the real genius part about that play was we hadn't ran it in I don't know how many games, but when we got close to the playoffs, my dad quit running that play because we didn't want people in the playoffs to have scouted it or know that it's coming, and we hadn't run it for however long, and when we needed it, it was golden. That's New England Regent Tiger football. Happy birthday, Dad. High school football was one of the best parts of my life, and having you as my coach was that's obviously unbelievably special. We love you, Dad. You're like the best dad there is. Just head coach of Team Shots, which might even be more of a dynasty than New England Region Tiger football.
Then it's Nathan Shots, and this is what I was talking about. Nice play fake here. Goes up top to Brian Erickson, 55 yards for the touchdown. That put New England Region up 14-12.
Happy 70th birthday, Coach. Hope you have a great day today. Certainly have a lot of great memories and experiences over the years, whether it be going to Medora, camping with you, Nate and Josh, as well as campaigning with you and Nate as little ones. I know Nate and I are probably 8 or 9 years old. I remember going to Flasher Carson, scouting Flasher Carson when I was probably 12 years old. And as well as obviously you coaching me for 4 years. A lot of great memories, great experiences, a lot of great times. You certainly instilled a toughness in us, both physically and mentally. Certainly challenged us. Got us prepared for life, as you made us better men off the field, which is more important. Certainly appreciate all that you've done. And was honored to be coached by a true Hall of Famer. Just a couple stories here. Just want to say before I go here, I remember my senior year, third game of the year, playing Richardson in New England, and I break my finger. And as I'm running off the field, I remember you looking at me, and I remember it vividly. I remember the look on your face, and you go, "What the hell are you doing?" And I flash my finger to you, and it's pointing over here, and I just, as I flash it to you, go get this guy some help. And Coach Bouts walked me over to the ambulance, and they got me taken care of. And the other thing, senior year as well, getting ready to play Renville County in the playoffs. We had a short game prep week. We're in class. You had us read the chapter that day, and my desk was positioned right where you had Renville County game tape on the TV. It was facing your desk, and I had my head tilted to the right a little bit. I was trying to look like I'm reading the chapter, but I'm watching the game tape, seeing what's going on with Renville or whatever. And about this time, you say, "Hey, Beep, get up here." I'm thinking, "Oh boy, here I am. I'm in trouble." Anyway, you called me up there, talked to me about what you want me to do on defense that week. Just a little bit of, advice or coaching as you're always doing, and certainly, kind of funny when you look back on that stuff. But anyway, Coach. Happy 70th birthday. Hope you have many more years of happiness and great health. Love you, Coach.
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. America and all ships at sea. And welcome to another night of Tiger basketball. Happy birthday, Coach Shots. Just a message to you. You've always had a commanding voice. You commanded me on the football field. I remember running Rapmo 42 crossbuck. That one goes to Kyle Binstock. I remember that. Let's see. The best part of homecoming was there was a 100% chance that somebody was going to dress up like you and act you out. They had the mustache, the whole coffee pot of coffee, the Harry Carey glasses, the cut off midriff sweatshirt. Don't forget the Shriner motorcycle, the Stakes That Stay. Can't forget that. And of course, your booming laugh. So I just want to say happy birthday from the 2003 North Dakota Know Your State champion who you groomed. Happy birthday, take care, and go Air Force.
My name is Joshua Shots. I graduated from New England High School in 2005. I played under Coach Shots from 2001 to 2004. And during that time, in my senior year, 2004, our second game was against New Salem. And it was a game we probably shouldn't have won. But we had a team that wasn't as fast and wasn't as big as New Salem was, but we had a lot bigger heart, and we were a little bit smarter on the field than they were. And so we came out of the game with probably an upset victory. And after the game, the team huddled around Coach Shots, and everybody took a knee to hear what he had to say about the game afterwards, in order to give us praise for what we did good, let us know what we needed to improve going forward. And as you look around that group, you saw not a person's focus wasn't on him, on every word that he
New England
said.
Regent becomes the first team in history to win 3 9-man titles in a row with a 16-14 win over Rowlett Wolford.
We had to really alter everything we did. You didn't dare run the same kind of series twice. It seemed like you had to go to a whole different series of plays, because if you didn't, they would stuff what you'd been getting you down there.
You had a team of maybe 25 individuals all taking a knee, surrounding him on all sides, who were exhausted physically, but mentally and in their heart were ready to play another 4 quarters if he'd have asked for it. That to me is a sign of a true leader, and something that I'll never forget as far as a visual of what a leader looks like and what a leader sounds like after leading his men out on the field. And that to me is one of the most impactful moments I had while playing football for Coach Schatz. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about the time, the first time that Coach Schatz kind of insulted me / made me think about something during the game. It's my freshman year. I'm probably 6 feet tall and 150 pounds with my pads on. And I'd gotten into a couple games. I think I'd started to gain a little bit of a reputation of somebody that would run around a lot and did not like getting tackled. So we're going to play Richardson. And Coach Schatz pulls me aside after getting off the bus and says, "Hey, I want to talk to you." So we kind of go behind the bus a little bit, and he's like, "You know, there's been a lot of people talking about you, saying a lot of things. Saying you can't take a hit. Maybe you used a couple of other expletives in there. You think about that. You think about that when we're out there playing tonight." So fast forward to the game. Now, the first play of the game, I get told, "Hey, YO3, my specialty. I get to run around like a chicken with my head cut off, and I just look for one guy deep downfield." Well, I roll out, and sure enough, they put 2 guys out on the wide receiver, knowing the play was coming. So I take off running. I get an easy gain, about 15, maybe 20 yards. And about 5 yards from that defender, he's got a good beat on me as I'm coming down the sideline. And that last 5 yards, in my mind, I replay. A lot of people talking about you. Saying you can't take a hit. And in that time, I decided, well, I'm going to fake go out of bounds because this guy doesn't think I'm going to take a hit. I'm going to juke back in. I'm going to fool him. I'm going to go yard for a touchdown. So I take my little soft step towards the sideline like I'm going to go out of bounds. I cut back in real hard and get completely decleated. My football cleats were still firmly in the ground, in bounds. I was laying about 3 yards out of bounds. And I think by the time I realized how hard I'd been hit, Coach Schatz helped me up and sent me in with the next play. But that was the time that I really thought hard about whether or not I wanted to take that hit going forward. In the history room in the school, and the projector was up, and Coach Schatz was sitting next to it, and he's writing on the projector like, "Okay, hey, look, game time is 8, so everybody at the school at no later than 6, ankles getting taped at 6:30. Don't forget to bring your squeeze bottle." Squeeze, SQUI. No, I'll scribble that one out. Okay, SQUEEZE. All right, don't forget to bring your water bottle to the game. Everybody needs to have their own personal water bottle. Let me tell you about the time we ran 50 right X 17 times in one game. It barely worked the first time. It definitely didn't work the next 16. I'm going to tell you about the time we were coming home from Glenburn, and one of my teammates had broke his forearm and was stuck with his hand in the air the whole bus ride home. And Jaden Shook yelled out, "If you're an idiot, raise your hand." And there he was, stuck with his arm up. And Coach Schatz almost fell out of his bus seat laughing so hard.
The whole thing there, isn't it? I tell you what, they work harder than anybody I've ever seen. They're more disciplined. They have a good time. They're nice young men. They're good students. Jesus, I don't know. I couldn't ask for any more out of a bunch of ball players.
Congratulations, Coach. Great job.
Thank you so much. Great job. Good job, buddy.